Yo, what's up, guys? Back with my trade recap for today, August 14th, 2025. So I got a few important things to go over here. Um, I had a okay day. I I passed I passed three accounts, but I also failed a already funded account. Which I mean that does happen with funded accounts, but um, it still sucks because I was only able to get one withdrawal out of it. But that one withdrawal, is what paid for me to get the new accounts today. So here's what I want to go over. Um, and Kyle, I will go over why we should not have been short after market open. And so one thing I want to go over actually, I want to go over. Okay, gotta change that, but I want to go over why it's so important to have a set of trading rules as well. So this morning, we had our PPI index, as I talked about yesterday's trade recap, which is the producer price index, which measures the inflation for producers, which is going to be your big companies. And the estimated number was 2.5% year over year, and it came in at 3.3%. And the month over month was projected at zero point 0.2, and it came in at 1%. So probably the worst PPI reading we've had since probably 2022 or 2023. So off that off that, my initial thought was that we were gonna you know dump pretty hard today based on the data, and shit, I mean we did. We went from we made a 200 point almost 5 minute candle to the downside when that news came out. And so my immediate process was my funded futures has a rule where you cannot trade 2 minutes before and 2 minutes after a big news. Um, and in my trading rules, if tilting, close all positions and no more trades for the day. No pre-market trades, and no revenge trades. Those are, my four biggest rules when trading. And what do you know? I broke all of them on this account and I fucked it up. So let's see if I can go. So failed my funded account. So I was able to withdraw this 901 last night, which was good because this was the profit that I had above the buffer zone was the 901. So I withdrew the 901, but in doing so, it resets my account to 50K, and I only have $2,000 in drawdown, and it doesn't even show it here yet. But I wonder now it doesn't show in the closed trades. All right, so what I did, like an idiot, I as soon as I was able to trade, I opened up a short like here at like 820, and then when we popped up here, I added another contract because if you go to the Fibonacci retracement tool for impulse moves, it was in and around the 50% retracement, and it was yesterday's low here at like 880, and so I added another contract. So I was in two minis, and we dumped, and I got greedy. I was chasing these moves, and I did not sell. And then at market open, we ripped, and once we ripped above this, and once we got above yesterday's low, there should have been no more shorts because that sets up for like the ultimate bullish setup where we sweep yesterday's lows at 880, we swept it, bounced off demand at 800, and then we ripped. So I won. I shouldn't have entered in the first place because a rule for no pre-market trades because pre-market action is super, super, super wonky, and you really don't have any good direction of where stuff wants to go. I also broke my rules of the amount of contracts. My new rule is 2 contracts for these accounts. So 2 minis, and I entered into, I think, 4 because I kept adding to my position as the stock was going up and up. And so that's what caused this. That's what caused me to lose this funded account. So I walked away. I walked away for probably 20 minutes, and I was like, "Fuck, man! Like, can't can't be doing stupid shit like that." So then I came back. Copy traded, took this short here. I took this short. I bought 3 accounts using the $900 that I withdrew yesterday. So they cost $230 each. So I spent 230, 460, 690, and then that previous evaluation that I had to pass was another 200. So I'm now on my funded futures. I'm basically break even. But I shorted this 24K failure here. So we wicked above 24K, and then we failed it. And I got in once we closed below it. That's where I got filled, as you can see here. I got filled on 2 contracts at 974. And since with my funded futures valuations, you can pass them in 1 day. This is the only time that it's within my rules to trade up to 5 contracts. And so then you can see here we had this demand. We had data highs at like 960, 967 here, and then we had this previous reject at 960. And then you can even see here we rejected 960 here, retested 960 here before the move up to 24K. And so then once we did that again, once we broke below that 23,960 level, we broke below here, went all the way to 940, and then we came back above to retest 960, and I added the 3 contracts, and then so my average was now 23,964, and so I took that trade there, and then closed out and passed these 3 accounts. So today there were a couple valid trades, and I will talk about those that I did not take and why I shouldn't have shorted the first one. So I went over yesterday's high already, or yesterday's low. So I mean, obviously with the data, you know, market was very weak. So my first thought was to look for shorts. But once we reclaimed this level, which was yesterday's low at 886, shorts were no longer on the table. Once we reclaimed that, there was no way I should have been short. I should have closed all my positions, took the loss, and walked away until another trade presented itself. This was a decent short entry here at 960 because we filled that data candle. So we came up, we broke above, we reclaimed all these, we reclaimed yesterday's low, and then once we got that fill here, which was that candle closure, was right here at 23,956. We rejected at 23,960, and then got to move back into 23,900. That was a good trade. A 60-point trade is a fucking fantastic trade. My winning trades typically are in between, I would say, in between 25 and 45 points, depending on the setup. That's really all I'm going for. I try and keep my losers between 20 and 25 points. Obviously, I did not do that today when I fucked that up. And then there was 2 more valid entries on the day. It's going to be this 24,000 failure, 24,000, huge psychological number. It's the same level that I shorted yesterday. And so once we came up, we retested that. I mean, that was a great trade. I know Felony took this trade as well. I saw it on his Instagram. I mean, that was a 150 point trade, man. That's fucking gorgeous. And then I'm not a pattern trader, but the other trade was what is known as a head and shoulders pattern. So right here, you got the left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder, and the move down. So those were like the three valid trades that were today, and I only took one of the actual valid trades, which was the 24K retest. So I mean, this is another video that kind of shows the bright and the dark sides of trading. So for the past 3 days since Friday, I think in my trading I had won 9 trades and only lost one. So when I came in today, I broke my rules, no pre-market. The trade was going against me, and since I had won 8 of my last 9 trades, or 9 out of my last 10 trades, I was thinking that there was no way I could lose. This position is going to reverse. And I know I was talking to Kyle the other day about how whenever the idea of I hope this just comes back to break even, or now I hope this gets this, this goes back in profit. That it's part of my rules to exit all trades, and you know what? I didn't. I broke my rules, and it seems like every single time I break my rules, I end up blowing the accounts, and that just shows how important discipline and creating a set of rules that you do not break is. And so now, now I have these three accounts. So before where I had one account, now if I go up 900, I can actually withdraw 2,700 since I can copy trade all 3 accounts at the same time, which is good. But I can't break my rules. I have to be extremely patient because now I have to get back above the buffer at 52K on the account before I can start taking any withdrawals. Which it's not easy to do. It's not easy to go on a win streak. You never know when a losing streak is going to come, and before you get back above that buffer, the drawdown is only 2K. I mean that's like 2 losing trades in a row, or really it's like 4 losing trades in a row, which can very much happen to anybody. But so that's it. That's it for today, guys. Hopefully I feel better tomorrow and I can run that class. That's the goal. Hopefully I take some good trades tomorrow, and then I'm all hyped up, and I can record tomorrow's class for you guys. But that's all I got today. Some valuable lessons, and that'll be it, guys. So I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.